What's good, people who watch internet stuff? My name is Joe Donahue, and welcome to the GAVARCA 2025 season presented by PresleySora.com. We are live within the virtual video game system of iRacing for the virtual representation of what we've got going on here, this fantastic thing that's happening. We call it GAVARCA, and this is the Bois Racing Network. This is race number 1 of what is intended to be a 10-race calendar using the new ARCA cars inside of iRacing. Tonight's race is a full-length 80-lap event, or is it 80 or 100? I have to double-check. But it's a full-length event for these ARCA cars. We're starting off with a 10-minute open qualifying session. As you can see, the field is rolling out onto the track right now. We've got new names, we've got old names, we've got people, we've got cars. Technically, we're here, and we're hitting the track. So like I said, this is an open qualifying session for the field to go out and try to set the fastest lap that they can. All of the drivers in this race are going to get one fast repair, which means basically they can junk the car once and come in and get it completely fixed. There is a halfway yellow at lap 40 for the 80 laps of 200 miles that we're about to see here tonight. And yes, it's a little late, and I mean, that's just going to be the way it is, everyone. So, yep, we are hitting qualifying, and why don't we go around and start introducing ourselves to some of these cars that are racing, try to familiarize ourselves with the field. We're going to start with the guy who's running this whole show. This 28 car you see here on the inside line, that is Gavin Newton. He is GAVARCA himself. He is Dad. He is currently leading the bottom line. Now, you got to be careful when you do qualifying here in the sim, because when you do this, you don't want to make contact, otherwise you get penalty points that invalidate your lap times. So getting that little bump right there that you can see Gavin is getting from the 67 car of Ryan Roulette right behind him, that is not ideal for him to put a lap time up on. I'm going to get the ticker fixed up so that we've got the best lap. I want the best lap. There we go. Okay, we got a bunch of times going up on the board. Virgil Stanley in the 11 car, scored as the 11 car, is not actually the 11 on track. That is the 67. There's a couple of those. That one is Virgil Stanley. Of course, that's happening. Why not have the cars match the numbers? Well, hey, somebody who's matching the numbers, a regular of this series and a Runnings Racing's Designs machine, that's James D. Gibson, also known as JDG. In the Ford Mustang version of this new ARCA car, there's no real, nothing to base this off of. There's cars in this game, and I mean, we've had them for a little while, so these guys probably had an opportunity to play around with them a bit. From what I've heard, they have a lot of dirty air, so there's going to be a lot of sucky suck. Don't get your head twisted on that one. There's going to be a lot of drafting. So it should keep the field nice and bunched up for us. That number 24 car on the bottom of the screen. There is no number 24. Oh, wait, yes, there is. Is that Luis Hernandez? Yes, it is. So we got Jeff Gordon, a.k.a. Luis Hernandez, in this race. We got Bobby Blazer, a longtime participant and sponsor of this whole series, the IM music car. Yeah. He's leading Isaac Johnson, I believe, right behind him in the number 33 car. No, well, that's Gavin Newton now behind him. Looking around the rest of the track, he's not coming out. Let's check in with, it's the number 4 car in the screen here. There he is. This is Ronald Swiky. Ronald is a new name to this series. I've never seen him run this stuff before. Cars are a little loud. Michael Deach in car number 82. A white car, the YMCA. Number 82 car is Michael Deach, a rookie to this series. Leading the way up here is still Ryan Roulette in front of Bobby Blazer. The 41 car you see in line there is Jacob Boyd Jr. Now he jumps to the top, the Energizer machine. So we're going to keep eyes on all of these guys throughout the night, just getting used to all of them. We have 10 minutes of qualifying, so we got plenty of time to go through all of this stuff here with GAVARCA. Is Isaac Johnson out there? Yeah, there he is. The Slipstream Media Racecraft number 33. That's Isaac Johnson, a regular of this series. As Ryan Roulette got mixed up because we've got too many number 67 cars in this race. This number 67 that's black and blue with the green number is Presley Sora. Usually drives the number 98. He is scored as the 98, but he is going to, tonight, be driving one of the multitude of 67 cars. Who else do we got out here? John Shaleski in the number 18 car. So John Shulshuski is a regular of this series, works with Fast Track Motorsports. He's got a lot of experience with the ARCA cars. So we may talk to him about this machine in the game and how realistic it is. That is the number 18 of John Sholushki. Passing the number 52 car, Nolan Sanford, regular of this series with Ken Schrader-esque machines. Number 15, Federated Auto Parts Chevrolet. Who else have we not checked in on? I saw Aiden Walker's in here somewhere, car number 93. There he is, the red car with the number 93 on the side, the yellow rims. I love it when we put colored rims on these cars. And I need to check the how to pronounce your name section to double check how to say Calyx. Yep, I got it right. Calyx in car number 2. Let me pull it up on your screen. This is Calyx Whitesell coming out of the pit lane. Very slowly. Red rims. There's Caleb Whitesell. We'll figure that one out. Madeline Roten in car number 60. A fun car. I like the all yellow going on there. So that is Madeline Roten, who goes second on the board. Sitting behind Ronnie Holmes in car number 57. The second car in line, the first of the two blue cars. Now it's the only blue car. Now it's the front blue car. The Toyota. PresleySora.com on all of the windscreens. Presley Sora, an ARCA driver, also conveniently in that 67 that you can hardly see on your screen, and that we're going to get confused throughout the night because we're all running the same number. He is leading the way, and he is sponsoring the series. So I want to thank him and make sure to remind you all to go check out PresleySora.com, get some Presley Sora merchandise to help support the high funding that it takes to run a virtual iRacing ARCA series here with Joe Donahue broadcasting live on Twitch to the GAVARCA Gavin Carr Series channel. Your fastest qualifier so far, Ronnie Holmes, coming to a stop in turn number 1. We will continue to check out the cars on the track and introduce you to the field. This is Nathan Scott in car number 6, the Roush Performance Ford Mustang, sitting to the outside of the racetrack. I love the old 6, the Mark Martin 6. Right there, a Raising Cane's car. They just put a Cane's in on the other side of town, where, well, not the town I live in, but in the area. Got to figure out who that is, because I don't see a 53 car on the order. There's William Schmidt, John Shaleski, Ronald Swaicki, Calyx Whitesell, Patrick O'Keefe is somewhere in this mix. That's the darker blue car there on the outside. Car number 71 is a Toyota. Patrick O'Keefe has been with this series a couple times. Chris Williams is out. There we go. Chris Williams driving the number 53 Raising Cane's car. Should be the 09. You'll see him scored as the 09, but this is actually Chris Williams for the night. Dean Clavitt in car number 43. I guess he didn't get into the session yet. Wayne Kennedy in car number 23, same deal. Here is Michael Deach. James Gibson goes up a bit on the timing board. With 27 seconds left, basically all these guys are going to get one more run in, one more lap around to try to get the best lap they can on the board for their starting spot in this race. Madeline Roten still sits second. William Schmidt third. Ronnie Holmes has your pole time by 19 thousandths of a second. Calix Weitzel getting stuck to the bottom side of the racetrack. That's going to screw that lap up big time. And maybe this wasn't the best idea for these guys to get the best time in they can. They come into the stripe now. Everybody's going to try to put the boards up. Whoa, look out. John Scheisty went way low. And checking out who else is around. Ronald Swikey here in the 4. People putting up times. Ronnie Holmes still holding on. Ronald Swikey and Michael Deach, the last two, trying to put up times here. Looks like Swikey's not going to get a better time out of this. Missing a headlight as well. He pulls off. Michael Deach gave up as well. So the starting grid is going to be set for us, and we will be ready to jump into the 80-lap race. So we'll let the cars come in. Presslusora.com, GAVARCA Series, ready to go for what will be this race, the Bois Racing Network 200. The Bois Racing Network 200. I'm going to put that on the screen for us when we go in. Let's check the starting lineup here for this race once it comes up. There we go. We jump over. We are gridding. Let's check out that grid. Starting on the pole, you got car number 57. That's Ronnie Holmes. To his outside is going to be Madeline Roten in the all-yellow number 60 machine. William Schmidt on the inside of row number 2. And on the outside is going to be the number 93 of Aiden Walker. John Slazewski's in car number 18 will go from 5th, and Ronald Swikey will hold 6th place in row number 3. Good starting spots for them. James Gibson, JDG in car number 75. The Runnings Racing Designs machine goes 7th. And Calix Weitzel in car number 2 will go from 8th. Starting on the inside of row number 5 is going to be the black and blue number 67 of Presley Sora. To his outside, Virgil Stanley, scored as the number 11 car. On the 11th starting position is going to be the 48. That's Runnings Racing's Designs right there. That's Gavin Newton, representing Indiana or Michigan or whatever he wants to decide to be here. Isaac Johnson, originally out of California, car number 33. The Racecraft car will go from 12th. On the inside of row 7, you've got Bobby Blazer in the most diabolical race car ever built. And on his outside will be Patrick O'Keefe in car number 71. To the inside of row number 8 behind him, Michael Deach in car number 82. And on the outside, the only 67 that's properly scored as a 67 is going to be the red and blue one of Ryan Roulette, actual ARCA driver there. Nolan Sanford on the inside of row number 9 in the Federated Auto Parts car. Jacob Boyd Jr. in car 41 will go from 18th on the grid. Luis Hernandez, just call him Jeff Gordon for the race, on the inside of row 10. To his outside will be Corey Williams in the Oreo number 8. Christopher Williams driving the Raising Cane's number 53, scored as the 09 because we just are doing whatever we want. He starts on the inside of row 11. Nathan Scott in the number 6 machine will go from 22nd. 23rd is Dean Clavitt. 24th is Mo Perry. 25th is Wayne Kennedy. None of them put up times in qualifying. So now it is going to be go time. When they roll out of the pits, they will get a warm-up pace lap behind the safety truck, and then we will set them loose for 80 laps with a point in the middle where we get a competition caution, halfway point race. I think we're going to get through, I don't think we're going to get through the whole run without fuel. I think they're going to have to come in and pit. I didn't do a full fuel run myself, so I don't know how far they can stretch it. They might want to stretch it. Maybe we'll see some drafting to get through this. So I'm just kind of waiting for him to come down the backstretch. I have this chat I would like to hear from everybody out there who you think is going to win this race, and if you're watching at all. My dad's watching. Hello, Dad. We've got, how many people watching? 9 people. That's a lot of people. That's more people than I usually have watching me do stuff. Maybe that's for the best. Through turns 3 and 4, Dale Earnhardt died here. And 80 laps are coming your way in just a brief moment. Let them get through the turn. So Ronnie Holmes in the blue car, the Toyota on the inside. Madeline Roten in the yellow car with the black hood on the outside. And then you've got William Schmidt and Aiden Walker in tow behind. Aiden Walker isn't the Canes car, is he? No, he's not. Hey, green flag, green flag, green flag, green flag. Here we go. 80 laps, 24 cars, 1 winner. Coming up through the gears, coming up to speed. 1 jumping out. John Slutsky to the bottom. I think he's going to let the rest of the field come through. He doesn't want to get caught up in any melees in the first lap. Oh, Lord, we got one in the wall. Oh, God. Ronald Schweike, that's the first to go down the order, and I need to get down there. We got a couple cars involved in this one. Ryan Roulette, Calix Weitzel, Virgil Stanley. Virgil Stanley stuck in the wall here. There we go. Oh, my goodness. Nathan Scott on his lid, sort of on his lid. He's going to have to reset this thing. That is a fast repair if I've ever seen one. Damn, we didn't even get a lap in. It's a real ARCA race. All right, let's go back. Let's check out what's going on here. Let me get my replay set up the way I want. Okay, replay. All right, we're going to start with the 4. Ronald Schweike. I think I went too far backwards here. I apologize. Calix Weitzel in the CULY number 2 behind him. And in front there, you've got Aiden Walker, so not involved in the incident. So there is the 4. We're going to keep an eye on Ronald down the back straightaway, see what happens from the overhead view maybe. Weitzel and JDG are close to each other here. Not quite contact. You've got some bump drafting going on, leading the way. Roten leading over Walker, and then a big run from JDG in the middle. It looks like Schweike moves up, and there's just enough of the bumper there from Weitzel to get involved. Gavin Newton makes some contact, and then running into this are Ryan Roulette, Nolan Sandfield, Chris Williams, and then that contact right there is what put Nathan Scott upside down. Just a little bit of tire to tire for the 6 car, and he ends up on his lid. Ryan Roulette caught up in this with the VFW car there. All of them slowing to a halt. A lot of drivers are going to have to come in and get some repairs done. You see them in the pit lane. The 43 on the pit lane. Usually Benjamin Branscombe is driving that car, but that is Dean Clavitt in the Snap-on machine. The 67, that is actually the 11, Virgil Stanley, right here, coming to the pit box to try to get a repair in for the car that had a whole bunch of damage and knocked out rear end and whatnot. Corey Williams, that's the Oreo number 8 car. Luis Hernandez in the 24 right in front of him. Nathan Scott sitting on the pit lane still. Tough break for him. Curious how many of these guys used their fast repairs. I assume Gavin Newton did not. There wasn't as much damage on that car that I would think Gavin would use a fast repair to get that fixed up. But Madeline Roten leads the way over Aiden Walker. JDG, Ronnie Holmes. Let me get the proper ticker up on the screen for you. I'm going to put the best laps up on, even though there's no reason to. Can I just... Whoa. That was weird. Should talk to someone. Who can we talk to? Who's still here? Pace lights are still on, so we've got time. Where did John go? I wanted to talk to John, but he disappeared. So I guess we'll get... Is Ronald in here? Yeah, Ronald's just coming out of the pits. Oh, there's John. So let's get John. I'd like to talk to John Slasuskis. Mr. John, we just had a yellow. I'm trying to bide time. Are you here?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm here.
there he is. I'm double checking. You work on ARCA cars sometimes, and occasionally know what they look like and how they drive, except you don't probably. But can you give us your take on the realism of these new cars in iRacing?
Well, I mean, in real life, I spot these things, and unfortunately, we were part of the first big one at Daytona earlier this year. In real life, these things are very unstable in the draft, which does make them challenging to drive and make them quite a bit of fun here on the sim. There's, as always, some stuff on the sim is right, some stuff is not. But for the most part, just being loosey-goosey in the draft is pretty accurate, honestly.
What do you think is not correct about this car, in your most honest feedback?
Honest feedback, sometimes in the mile and a half it feels a little too stable, because you can set them up pretty loose, and it just feels way too stable at some tracks.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, I believe we're going back to green this time, so I won't bother you too much longer. I'll let you get back and get ready for this restart. We might talk to you again in not too long. We'll see how many yellows we're going to have to do this in, because who knows how well these guys are going to race. It is an ARCA race after all.
Yep, just, as soon as you put the helmet on, throw the brain out sometimes.
There you go. Well, I'll send you back up there, and we'll get after it for this restart. Here we go. We are underway. Again, green flag coming to you. That was John Solsbosky. Madeline Roten with a good run off the restart on the bottom side with Aiden Walker in tow. I believe those two are working together. And JDG right in line. William Schmidt started in the second row in that all-white number 79 machine. He jumps in. Uh-oh, we lost Madeline Roten. She's back. Here we go. Down the inside, everybody goes single file, getting down the back straightaway, 5 laps into this thing. And the leader is glitching out of the session. Let's jump back and follow along with JDG James Gibson, the Ford, in a mix of Toyotas and Chevys up at the front. A bunch of Toyotas actually in there. And to the line. First full green flag lap is in the books. Madeline Roten leading a field of cars, just kind of sitting single file without Presley Sora. At least he goes up. And James Gibson maybe looking to go up as well with him. Bobby Blazer, the IM Music car, down the back straightaway again. Roten leads the inside. Walker probably going to work together here. There goes Presley Sora around the outside of JDG. Moves himself up into third place. But that outside line only has 3 cars in it. I don't think we're going to get very far. Yep, they're falling back now. Falling back behind Pat O'Keefe. Presley Sora maybe try to duck in line for 5th. Nope, he stays up high with Bobby Blazer. They're going to work together. Those two work together in real life sometimes. Not in race cars. They're not that good. Presley is, actually, but Bobby is not. Bobby doesn't do much. Single file to the bottom. A lot of them. That 41 car you see on your screen there, that's Jacob Boyd Jr. Didn't start very well, but has slowly worked his way up through the field here. A little bit of help from that yellow definitely makes it easier. But the Energizer Bunny number 41 up into the top 10, running strongly for the moment. We are going to be 1/10 of the way through this race. Coming to the line here, Gavin Newton in line back there with Ryan Roulette. Cars that were involved in that accident still racing, getting themselves back up into the top 10. A lot of those guys back further at the top of your screen, they're going to try to hold back a little bit and wait for another yellow or something. We are granted or given that we're going to have a yellow at lap 40, so there's definitely no need to be leading this race right now. I've always thought that with these kinds of races is looks like Bobby Blazer and Chris Williams almost made contact there. I don't know why you'd ever want to lead at the very beginning like this outside of maybe going to try to stay away from a possible incident, although if you're Madeline Roten, you almost do it right there. The outside line just got a big run together. These guys are all learning how to drive these cars, and they are going to probably, whoa, look out! Oh, man. That was contact with Aiden Walker. Walker goes through the grass now. That was Chris Williams getting a little loose out of turn 4. Contact with the 93 car is going to take Aiden Walker all the way to the tail of the field. That's really not good for him. We're going to have to let him come around, come into the pits, get that repaired. It'll be interesting to see whether that car takes a fast repair or not. Do you try to stay as far up as you can on the lead lap, or do you just suck it up and save that fast repair for later in the race? Definitely. Whoa, no! The leader, JDG, he goes around, and a huge crash coming into turn number 3. And that is half the field, probably. Holy mackerel. Yellow flag comes back out. Nobody really has enough damage that I would say we're going to need them to get fast repairs. But wow. So that started with the leader, James Gibson. We're going to pull back. Let's pull back and get a replay here. 10 seconds. Replay, 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 replay. That was the contact right there. So that was with the 71 car. Let's back one more, and we'll change our camera view so we can see this a little bit better. So Pat O'Keefe, man, that is not a better view. Pat O'Keefe jumps out of line with a little bit of momentum to the inside of Roten. Gibson goes down to block this run, tried to cross. Gibson came up a little bit, got into the contact. He goes way into the grass. At the same time, Chris Williams is making a pass that ends up getting Chris Williams into the lead for this restart. So Bobby Blazer and Gavin Newton nowhere to go. Same thing for Isaac Johnson, the 79 car of William Schmidt involved, just flying into this incident. That 82 car right there also coming in hot. Michael Deach, Luis Hernandez. I mean, everybody behind him. That 23 car, that is Wayne Kennedy, Alex Bowman, Nolan Sanford there. Virgil Stanley, I think, got a piece of that. I know Ryan Roulette did not, so that's good. Back up to the front here, and why don't we see if we can maybe take the guy who just spun and bring him up here and have him talk a little bit about how he feels. JDG, it's JDG up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
JDG, it's JDG. You just spun. What the heck was that about?
Well, I'm actually watching the replay right now. It looks like, from my professional analysis, the Bozo 71 car decided to force it through the middle 3 wide, destroyed my right rear quarter panel. I overcorrected, trying not to get hooked in front of the field, and was trying to save it. It hit the grass, it bit the other way, and I just locked it down, trying to keep it from going back up into the field. Sadly, that did not work. I tried to throttle it up once I got it pointed away from the track. It also did not work. Bobby hit me, Gavin hit me, cars flew everywhere. It was just a terrible ordeal, honestly. But we got about 2 minutes of damage, so.
It looked like a terrible ordeal. Although with a 2.5 mile track, honestly, are you even going to lose a lap?
I don't think I'll be able to take all my damage here, but I can definitely get away without going a lap down.
Well, that's good. The move you made was a little bit defensive there coming into turn number 3. Your thoughts on trying to thwart that run a little bit, maybe?
Well, I think it was just a bad case of, him kind of going for something that wasn't there and me just trying to cover it so he didn't hit me too funky and split me. But it's a little early to be going for something like that, in my professional racing opinion.
That's probably fair. It is. If it's a bad case, I've got a bad case of loving you, James Gibson.
Oh.
But
Well,
you're getting back out on the track here. I can see you beat the pace truck out, so you'll go back around. I think we're on the 1 to go, so you probably won't see you back in the pits. I assume we'll see you get maybe the last tipped off of all that damage fixed when you get a chance, because you will inevitably get a chance.
oh yeah, there will be more cautions. I'm just gonna see how well it holds with the field here, and just play it by how we go.
That's what I like to hear.
If it's dog water, then I'll just take my faster car.
There you go. Can you give us some? Can you just sing "Fiend" for me while I take you back to the Toby Twins group chat down there?
Yeah.
There you go.
Beep. Fiend.
Yes, thank you, JDG. That was fun. I like JDG. We like talking with him. Virgil Stanley in the black number 67 is your leader over Ryan Roulette, the blue and red 67 on the inside. They will lead us back to the green. I guess everybody pitted except those two, because Chris Williams was leading the way when we had the yellow. So that sort of psychedelic side paneled with a cat on it. Heck yeah, dude. 67 cars go crazy. Why are there so many of them? Guys, this isn't a sprint car race. You can't all show up with the same number on the side. I'm surprised that we're 12 laps into this already. How long have we been doing this? Has it been a long time? Can't find my Twitch. Where is Twitch? Yes. So the pace truck will come in this time, and we will get them back to racing. We'll be 13 laps into this ordeal, and Ryan Roulette, Virgil Stanley, they are going to bring us back into the zone. And green flag, green flag, green flag, green flag. Let's go racing. I know what's going to come up later, so I'm just saying now, and I'll repeat it when it becomes necessary. We're going to have 3 overtime. So, there's going to be 3 green-white checkered attempts at the end of this race. And you know we're going to need all 3. So, we're going to have to sit tight. Nice bump drafting down the back straightaway for the inside line. Pat O'Keefe trying to get Ryan Roulette out front. 2x2 down the back chute as they go. Into turn 3. A little bit of hodgepodge there with Bobby Blazer and Gavin Newton, but nothing too crazy. Chris Williams trying to give Virgil Stanley the lead up on the top side, coming through turn 4. Offloading off the banking. Everybody looks okay. We're going to get back to the line. Holy mackerel. Ryan Roulette must have got loose out of the turn. Goes to the inside. Lap led by the 71 of Pat O'Keefe. Madeline Roten in second place. Looking. Nope. Blocked off by the 71 car. And spreading out a little bit. The group at the back kind of slowly trickling out, trying to get away from this nonsense. Dean Klatt, Wayne Kennedy, the last of the two who are in that front pack. We've got a little bit of a secondary pack forming here with Bobby Blazer, James Gibson, Luis Hernandez. We've got Corey Williams in that mess. And then behind them, Isaac Johnson, Ronald Swikey. Where is they? There's Swikey, all on his own. And Isaac Johnson's in this mix. Well, if you got sick of listening to me talk alone, which was probably too much for you, we're bringing in a guy who might race in this series once in a while, but fortunately for me, he's going to help relieve my voice box tonight and join me in the booth. This is the Madman, Cole Freilich. How are we doing tonight, Madman?
Well, we just finished 9th in a race at Chicagoland, so we're doing pretty good.
That's cool. Chicagoland's not a real racetrack anymore. That's crazy.
It's a terrible city to live in. Or even stay in.
Both of those things are true. We are 15 laps into an 80-lap event. Cole, do you need me to bring up a screen for you to watch this, or are you going to get in it?
Joseph, I am loading in right now. We're at about 75%.
Fantastic.
So I will be back momentarily.
Yes, sir. So Cole's going to get himself in here so he can watch this stuff back and get on the mics with us in the meantime. Pat O'Keefe still leading Madeline Roten now. We've got Michael Deach into third. They go single file up at the front. And then John Slozewski and Ryan Roulette now double file. John Smith going to go to the outside there of Michael Deach. Two by two. Inside still Deach. Outside, John Sandstorm. Pat O'Keefe leading. Madeline Roten looks to the inside. To the line, Madeline Roten doesn't get there under the double lines. A whole bunch of them under the double lines. Look out. Everybody got back up onto the racetrack. You don't want to offload the car by splitting that double yellow line through the corner. You will spin out.
Yeah, and that yellow line is really tricky, especially here in this car. This car moves around a ton in the track, so everybody's probably going to be struggling for grip here soon.
Tell me about the grip levels with these tires, because, I mean, we were running a 2.5-mile track. There's inherently no need. Oh, my God, I thought Ryan Roulette was going to kill everyone. There's inherently not as much of a need for the tire grip, I would think, Cole.
Well, with the smoother Daytona, it's not as
Oh,
bad. Oh, trouble!
shit.
Trouble! Ryan Roulette, Madeline Roten.
Oh, shit.
A bunch of cars. Looks like, I think we took out about 4 there, Joe.
Yep, I see Wayne Kennedy got through there with a little bit of damage, but yeah, I think we've got Nolan Sanford, Ryan Roulette. Swikey, I think, got through. Michael Deach, the car we're looking at, did not. Ryan Roulette was the first. Whoa! Whew, that was close. Ryan Roulette was the first one. We'll go back and pull a replay here. Cole Freilich, this is all, yes, Ryan Roulette. I think Madeline Roten on the inside. Roulette just came down in the middle of the corner trying to get to the bottom and didn't work out.
Yeah, I think a little bit of that is Madeline coming up. A little bit of that is Ryan going down. There is definitely some net code involved with that. But definitely on lap 17, everybody's... I mean, you wouldn't think there's going to be a wreck this early. Everybody was kind of a little bit spread out. I mean, they shuffled out John there, but yeah, I just looked like an unfortunate circumstance where both cars were going up and down, and unfortunately collected some cars with them. But I do think, if I got the rules right, they do get a fast repair.
That is correct. So everybody has one fast repair. Now, I don't know who's used them and who has not. We had a first lap crash, just for your knowledge, Cole, and for everybody watching who just listened to me burp over the microphone. We had a first lap caution. A couple guys had some significant damage, but really these cars seem to be fairly durable and repairable, that we can get them out again after a situation like this and not have to use those fast repairs. I know some people did use them. I don't think my timing and scoring tells me if they still... Oh! Okay. So it does tell me that. It tells me who's used them and who has not.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, one thing I can tell you is Virgil Stanley here has stayed out on the racetrack while everyone else is pit. So he's going to collect a lap lead here.
And they're getting bonus points for that, right, Cole? This is going to be part of the championship standings.
If I remember correctly, there is a bonus point for leading a lap.
You are correct. You are correct. So yeah, I can...
Looks like Christopher Williams going to be the second car out with Patrick O'Keefe behind him. Jacob Boyd Jr., he's in fourth. And John, I'm just going to call him a bunch of letters because I will butcher John's last name. Always have. Always will. He's going to round out our top 5 here.
You're talking about John Slosboskis, right?
Yep.
John
put it on a Shelsky.
Yep. John Schlotzky's, yeah. So, that was a yellow. We're going to be a quarter of the way into this race, which means we're halfway to the halfway break. We'll see how long this takes. I'm anticipating it's going to take a little while. It's 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. We've been at it for a half hour. And it started at 9:30.
So
Why did it start
Daytona, so there's going to be a lot of aggressive people.
Why did it start at 9:30, Cole?
I believe that might have developed out of the John car starting time, because John car starts at 9:30, and yeah, I don't know. My other league started at 7:15, so it's a lot of tricky league times tonight.
There's a lot of leagues that do Wednesday nights. Wednesdays are pretty popular. Tuesdays, kind of. Monday nights are pretty popular.
I feel like Monday nights have kind of slacked off here lately. I mean, obviously, you did a Monday league there for a while. I don't know if you're still doing theirs. But.
Yeah. Well, that's over the winter time because that's a lot of like real world drivers who don't want to spend the time during the summer doing iRacing when they've got a real race car to work on.
Hey, speaking of wintertime, Freedom 100.
Hey, speaking of wintertime, you're hot.
Come here, Joseph. All right. We're lining up for a restart here. So yeah, your top 5 goes as this: Virgil Stanley out front. We stayed out. We highlighted that, or he stayed out. We highlighted that. Christopher B. Williams in second. Patrick O'Keefe in third. Jacob Boyd Jr. in fourth. John Bunch of Letters, who is listening to the broadcast, in fifth. Presley Soar will be your 6th place runner. Bobby Blazer in 7th. 8th is Nathan Scott. Gavin Newton, Gavtonian Newt, the man, the myth, the crash himself, is in 9th. And then Dean Clavitt is 10th.
Dean Clavitt, yep. Where's Benjamin Branscombe?
I don't know, but that's his car.
That is his car. Dean Clavitt stole his car. I can't. It's like that one time at Talladega that the fan stole the pace car. Remember?
You know, Ben is a Kentucky boy like myself. He probably left the car unlocked. Dean got in and somehow made it to Daytona.
Well, at least.
But hey, a driver I want to highlight real quick before we go to green here. Nolan Sanford. He is a regular competitor of mine. I look for him to do big things because over the past year or so, he has really amped up his ability racing. He's a really good driver behind the wheel. So look for that 52 Federated Auto Parts Kitty Schrader car to make some magic here as we're getting ready to go green.
Yes, we are getting ready to go green. Virgil Stanley going to lead us back, and the 67 car gets the green. We are back underway. Nice start for the front 2 rows. The number 18 car did not get a good run off that one. And we're going to go 3 wide behind. But it's going to be Chris Williams taking the lead in front of this group. And they are 3 wide. Presley Soar up on the top trying to give a little bit of a push to Jacob Boyd Jr. Not going to go. Pat O'Keefe, been strong so far in this race, Cole Frail. Like that 71 car definitely is going to be one to watch as we continue on. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, he made an aggressive move. He's making one now. But the story is Presley Soar. Wow, Bobby Blazer with a run. They had to jump on the binders just to not wreck there. Presley was blinking pretty bad there, actually off turn 2, and it kind of killed the momentum of the outside. But back to Patrick O'Keefe. He made a really aggressive move on the start of that race. Personally, even with me being the bad man, I don't think I would have made that. Because I just think you need to get up to speed before you hang out your partner.
Do you even worry about it coming off of... Like, we just did a restart a quarter of the way into this race. Would you even worry about it at this point, or do you think it's that important to stay up front?
I think given the crowd of drivers you're with, it varies. Because, I mean, if you know how a lot of the guys race, you could fall back. But, I mean...
Holy shit! Oh, man.
We about had a massive one there.
We did, and he's still in the lead!
Yeah, Chris Williams, he did really good during the John Carr season, so he's definitely going to be one to watch here in a restrictor plate race. Once we get to the intermediates, he may be a little bit further back, but he's still going to be solid. Is that James D. Gibson going 3 wide by himself?
Yep, JDG going hard up top.
Well-known restrictor plate racer here on the iRacing.com software.
Well-known handsome man. Whoa, Bobby Blazer.
And a lot of people don't like James's aggressive style. James drives a lot like I do, and he throws a lot more blocks than I do. I can tell you that much.
That is true.
Like John's going to make a run. Patrick O'Keefe to help. They're going to go to the outside of Christopher Williams and Bobby Blazer here. They got extra help from Jacob Boyd Jr.
Jacob Boyd Jr. sliding in line there with them as well, and that is O'Keefe in the 71, giving a little shove to John Slotsky's Yeserskis at the front now.
Chelsky.
Yep, John is going to lead, and I think we're coming up on a lap car here. We are. Hopefully we don't Kevin LePage the field. That's Calix Whitesell.
That is, yeah, Calix did not reach the back of the field there. That car is really off pace. So I don't know I think he just got down to the apron for the field there.
Yes,
But
that did happen. It is overcast. It's getting dark here. Holy cow.
yeah, it is insanely dark. It's actually kind of hard to spot cars unless they got neon numbers. But it's like Bobby Blazer just dropped to the back of the field there. I don't know what the plan was there. Christopher Williams is now dropping on the outside, so we're 3 wide. Rest of the field is single file.
Whoa.
And Presley Sora just pulled out a line there with James T. Gibson. That's a pretty good duo. And James is now side drafting. I believe that's Michael Deitch.
Yeah, the 79. Nope, the 82 car. Sorry, is Michael Deitch or Deitch? You know?
I've always called it Deitch. I don't know specifically.
I could just
every
call
other
him Chase
broadcast I've seen
Deitz.
is Deitch. But we're getting on drivers with 1A, and I'm man.
1A?
Jacob Allen. Didn't Chase run the 1A at one point?
Yeah, like once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Presley Sora.
In summary,
I-
James thought about. Oh,
Holy
Christopher
cow!
Williams!
He tapped JDG
That-
there.
Yeah, I don't know what the I don't know what the plan there is. Chris might have had one of his cats in his lap and just wasn't paying attention.
Maybe. That was a heck of a run, though. I mean, if you can put together a run that big, here we could have a very exciting end of this race that hopefully doesn't take 3 green-white checkers, but it probably will.
Yeah, I mean, if you get to the white flag, then we're good. But it looks like Presley and Christopher Williams, they're going to link up, but they are going a whole lot of nowhere. Now James D. Gibson to help, and they're out of shape. They all gather up. Comes the 24 car.
That's Luis Hernandez.
That is a new driver to the GAVARCA scene, or GAVARCA scene. I forget what we're calling this thing. Same with Corey Williams. Those are a couple new rookies to the league. You know, it's just confusing what we're calling it nowadays because we were IndyCar, and so it was GAVINCAR, and then we started running ARCA cars, so now it's GAVARCA. So
Yes. Yes, but they also have GARCA. They also call it GARCA.
Now, 27 laps down. They just unloaded the car off the hauler. Mo Perry will be in the race.
Mo Perry was a name on the starting list, but
Yeah,
I don't see
he,
Mo on the track or anything.
He is just connected to the server.
Mm.
So we will see how that goes. There's a lot of weeble wobbling up front. Presley just blinked out as James is pushing him.
Whoa.
They're going to shuffle Presley out due to internet. And now James D. Gibson goes to the back bumper of Christopher Williams here.
One of those real race car drivers in this field, Presley Sora, drives ARCA cars in real life. I'm not sure if that's an exact replica. I think it is an exact replica of a car he's going to be running. But
I am pretty sure that is what he will be running for the, I believe it's Maple Motorsports at IRP here in a couple weeks.
yeah, Mike Maples. Oh, Mike Maples is a cool guy. He really is a cool guy.
James T. Gibson is blocking. Jacob Boyd has had enough of this. He's decided I'm going to the back.
Yep. And I was
That's
thinking,
good with the Energizer car too.
when you called that out about Bobby Blazer a couple laps ago, I thought that was maybe what he was doing, that he was going to try to get away from the front of the field and go backwards a bit to ride out a few of these laps. I mean, we're going to have a halfway break here at lap 40, which is about 12 laps from now. I hope and I anticipate that the field's probably going to be kind of calm for a little while here, just try to get closer to that point. Luis Hernandez trying to get up to the front and lead his first laps of the day. He's got help from that Corey Williams Oreo number 8 car. And then there's John Sluskowski and Presley Sora.
They just got a huge run off turn 2. John,
Whoa!
trouble,
Oh,
James! Save it, save it, brother, save it!
He did save it. Wow.
Gavin Newton has claimed that James D. Gibson is on 210 steering. That's 210 degrees of rotation for your steering. Most typical wheels go 900 to 1080. Christopher B. Williams, I usually call it a ladder drop, but this is a reverse ladder drop. Bottom to top. Gonna try to make it work on his own, and all he's done here is shuffled him and John shelf on a key here to the back.
Yep. They are going to drop a little bit as we've just passed on to lap 30. The bottom line is the way to go.
Wow, they have really stunted their
Yeah.
momentum here. This is... There are cars passing these guys that literally were not even on our screens.
Yes. they are dropping big. Although I've seen there's a lot of rotation in the grid. There's a lot of cars. They'll go backwards, they'll come forwards. They'll go backwards, they'll come forwards. Like it's rotating a lot. Because Corey Williams is leading this race, and we had a significant amount of time there where that car was completely irrelevant. And now, like I said, he's leading. Coming up to the lap. That's Roland Swikey. They're lapping right there.
That's Ronald. Okay.
Ronald. I'm sorry, not Roland.
Yeah.
Ronald Swikey.
Now a driver I want to highlight. He's actually. Oh well.
That was Gibson you were screaming about.
Yep. He about just.
Oh man!
He just made the plane on the backstretch.
He's about to throw the 6 car out of here. Nathan Scott is going to get sent with the way that James Gibson's driving right now.
Bobby Blazer with the run. They had to check
Lord! Look out, Chris Williams.
And
we've got him in a wall. Huge crash. Huge crash. William Schmidt looks like he got airborne. Oh,
Isaac
no.
Johnson looks to have some damage from that as well. Schmitty, I think, is stuck on the apron. He's kind of got going, but his right front is completely KO'd.
What a tough deal for that crew. Shulcheski. Oh, I said it right. Damn it. I was trying to get the whole way through this without saying it right. He's got damage on the front end, too. I'm going to pull up a replay here. Check out
I think what happened there... I think what happened there was Bobby stunted the momentum of that line to pick up Presley, because they had a run that was about 10 miles an hour faster than what Sora was going.
Mm-hmm.
John obviously didn't anticipate that, so he got to the back of Bobby, which ricocheted him into the front of Christopher Williams, and that completely got those 2 cars out of shape. I thought they were going to save it there for a second, and then John went down. Chris went up, and Aiden Walker looks to have pushed Schmitty into the wall there.
Mm-hmm.
Schmitty is the Season 9 OSRL champion. I actually went head-to-head with him for that one. We also went head-to-head for the Season 8 title, so he if he can go toe-to-toe with me, he's a pretty good driver, so I hate to see him get caught up in that. Schmitty has pretty rough luck when it comes to these super speedways.
Yeah, well, Isaac Johnson had some rough luck there. Aiden Walker hasn't exactly had the best day to start yet. I think Chris Williams escaped that. It looked like Chris Williams was okay, but not ideal situation. Ooh, I don't even know which one of these people is. See, this is the thing with this group in the Discord as we come into the pits here. Ronnie Holmes and James Gibson stay out. Is that they don't have their names. They don't have their names. Oh, Bobby Blazer missed the hell out of his pit stall there. He's got to get fixed back in.
Now, I think body-wise, Williams is fine, but he just took that fast repair because that right front tire, it was kind of looking like a drift car the way it had so much negative camber in it.
I think this ticker I have tells me if they've used the fast repair. Yeah, so if we're looking at Schmidt, he has used his fast repair.
That's he needed to because that wheel was dragging.
Yeah.
From what I could see.
Yeah, he has.
Looks like Madeline Roden is having a bit of an extended stay on pit lane.
Roden definitely had some damage from that, being right up behind Aiden Walker, who also had to come in for some repairs and get a new front end on that car. Last car is coming off of the pit lane here. Ronnie Holmes is going to be your race leader. I'm going to jump back up to the front of the grid with Ronnie. Lap 33 on to lap 34. I anticipate we're still going to have a caution in the middle, but that might get changed on the fly since we're so close to the halfway break. We'll see about that.
Yeah. Usually, let's see, we're on lap 33 right now, so I would say probably the buffer zone for that halfway break would be about 37, 38.
Yeah. And that's Mo Perry in that 54 car, like Cole mentioned. Mo was not a part of the start of this race. Now jumps in line 12 laps down. Or sorry. Yeah, 12 laps down to the car in front of him. 28 laps down from the leaders. I assume they'll let Mo do some pass-bys, get back up there.
I don't know, because I know we got hardware and, well, Mo has just cranked the handbrake on the car getting in. to pit lane, but
and missed the pit stall by a bit.
I don't think there's a rule in place if you are absent at the time of green flag, unless it's hardware or software.
Yeah, I guess no free pass for Mo, so Mo's going to have to just wait this out.
I do know Mo was running a IndyCar league as well, so...
Yeah. Yeah, Mo did mention that he was going to miss this start. But let's see. Okay, so we've got Pat O'Keefe and James Gibson on the front row. Or, I'm sorry, Ronnie Holmes. Pat O'Keefe is in row 2, the 71 car. The 57 of Ronnie Holmes is leading. Pat O'Keefe is aside of Luis Hernandez on row number 2 there. And then you've got Corey Williams in the 8 and Gavin Newton in the 48 on his outside. That's row 3. Bobby Blazer aside of Virgil Stanley in row number 4. The 90 car is Bobby Blazer. And then rounding out your top 10, Dean Clavitt in the 43 and Christopher Williams in the Raising Cane's number 53 on your screen, scored as the 09 because we didn't update our numbers from last season into what they're running today. Presley Sora right behind them as well. We're going to go green this time, Cole, so we're going to get back to the exciting stuff.
Yeah, I definitely look... I want to watch Patrick O'Keefe on this restart because I want to see if he attempts to pull out on James because I feel like things could get a little spicier coming to that halfway break if that starts, which, I mean, we're still within the first half of this race, so really, you got the yellow here in about 6 laps. Just take care of the car, try to get it to there, then race it out for the other 40, but that's the beauty of GAVARCA. Nobody knows patience, so they're going to go hard. And looks like the 57 of Ronnie Holmes is going to get a pretty good jump. James and Patrick O'Keefe both get in line behind him. So now we get a 4-car train leading this group off into turn 1.
Yeah, it looks like Deitch is still on the pit lane, too, so that's a tough break there. And off and running we go. It's a flyby.
Tandem here.
Yeah, everybody's just running single file. Oh, Chris Williams up on the wall there. I saw. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Why are you doing that? Holy cow. Bobby Blazer.
Big blocks going on.
Just a lot of big blocks and movement going on around the track. Everybody all over the place. Although now they're spread out, Cole. Oh, the leaders. I think they're teammates, and too much of a shove.
Save it. Luckily, the pack is not big enough or tucked up enough that everybody kind of gave him room to save that. So good job by Ronnie to save that. That's usually a hard one to come back by. Nathan Scott almost thought about pushing him. Decided against that. Now, that gives the race lead to Presley Sora, who has got Luis Hernandez on his bumper with the 8 of Corey Williams behind him. Here comes Gavin Newton to the bottom with Christopher Williams to help.
Gavin Newton leads. Chris Williams with a huge run down on the inside. Williams going to give the little tap to Newton here. No, they just stay in line. And now Corey Williams is going to jump down in front as well. And Presley Sora comes down. James had a good run. He's got to stop. Luis Hernandez in front of him. Can he give the little bump draft, or is it going to taper off? Luis Hernandez has a good run to the line here because of that 75 car giving him a push. At the stripe, it's going to still be Presley Sora, but just barely.
Oh, well, here goes James to the middle. James, the thing about it is Luis was not side drafting Presley there. I think what you're going to see out of James is a lot of heavy side drafting. There you go, right there on the 8 car. Side drafting didn't really help him, but O'Keefe wasn't to him. Now he's to him, but they've cut off all the momentum. Now they're 3 wide. I don't know what the plan is here.
Williams goes down low to try to avoid contact with Sora there. Newton goes to the outside. Got Pat O'Keefe with some momentum. Same for Christopher Williams. And Sora's just trying to Dale Earnhardt both of these lines and keep him stuck behind himself here. Newton with a big shove to Sora. Corey Williams still on the inside. Should be about, 3 laps left before we get that yellow, or 2 laps left at the...
There should be 3.
Yep, at the halfway.
And Gavin Newton's gone to the bottom. He's got Corey Williams helping him. So the I believe it's Cambridge City, Indiana, the boys are from. They are 1-2 here. Heading off turn 2 at the famous Daytona Super Stretch. Patrick O'Keefe with a big shot to Presley Sora. They get out to the lead as the slow car of, I believe that's Kalins.
Yep.
Forget his his last name.
Whitesell.
Weitzel. Gonna go another lap down, unfortunately. Christopher Williams deciding what lane he wants to be a part of. He was thinking low, but then had such a run, he went to the high side. Here comes James D. Gibson to the bottom. He's up to P3 now. Gavin Newton. Now everybody's just ditching their dancing partners. And that's gonna be trouble. James is... Oh, he's upside down. Big flip.
Oh.
At least 8 times. That is a caution. Oh! My God. Oh, my... Hit the brakes, guys.
We killed him. He's dead. No. Not JDG. Who hit him? Was it Nathan Scott?
Yeah, Nathan Scott exactly. Revenge for earlier.
Crap. That is a yellow fire. Holy cow.
For the for the Mo Perry fans at home, he avoided that.
Mo Perry avoided that. Well, let's go on board inside Nathan Scott's car. Oh, that would have been absolutely a dead driver.
Yeah, I don't really know what I don't know what his thought process was there.
Well, he had nothing he could do. I don't think he had anything he could do about it. Also, didn't realize Ronnie Holmes got a piece of that too. Hard lick.
Well, I believe for next week we're gonna send Nathan Scott a DVD copy of Days of Thunder, because that movie is pretty good about telling you at Daytona that what goes up must come down, and James definitely came back down very quickly.
I'm gonna get this back again, but we're gonna get Gibson. So here's the huge hit to the inside barrier, and then he's all loosed up into the grass. That's Elliott Sadler over 1.5, and then to the banking again, still violently flipping.
James definitely tried to save it too. The problem was he caught those bumps, and whenever you catch the bumps, the car's there's no grip. You can't fix that or save it. So he just bounced off that wall and then hit the next bump, and it just tipped the car over. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, why is that doing that? Why are you doing that? Don't do that.
I believe we have about 7.5 flip. Well, if you count the hit with Nathan Scott, we got 8 flips for the 75 machine, and looks like Calix Weitzel has retired from the race. Not a part of the incident, but...
Yeah, there's a bunch of cars on the pit lane here coming through. It looks like Deech stayed out. Yep, there goes Mo Perry getting a lap back there. And
so now it is important to note, this is the halfway break. So
okay, cool. So we are on the halfway break. These cars are getting repairs. I think Ronnie Holmes Ronnie Holmes did not use the fast repair yet, so he must be getting a tow. And then off the pit lane, there goes Slocheski. There goes Isaac Johnson. A bunch of cars still getting repairs done that are sitting still. I think Ryan Roulette has given up on this race. Calix Weitzel has given up on this race. I think Virgil Stanley has given up on this race. And there's a couple cars
Stanley actually just retired. So
yep.
Christopher Williams is on pit lane. Looks like fixing damage.
William Schmidt looks like he's having some sort of issue with like some sort of lag or something. So that car, because I can see the wheels moving, but it's sitting still.
I wonder if he may have accidentally not selected his fast repair.
Maybe.
Because you can set it to where your fast repair is not selected automatically.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you can forget. Mo Perry is parked beside William Schmidt.
Maybe Mo was going to offer to help a little bit or something. I don't know. I don't understand. 79 car is just sitting still, so that's
I would say we could just interview Schmidt and get it from the horse's mouth.
Is Schmidt in here?
He was with Isaac and those guys.
I don't know which one of them is him because they all don't have the right names on their accounts.
Hold on, I got it. It's the bottom one, WC or Skiben.
Let me bring. Do I have the? Yes, I do have the ability to move people into the booth. All right. Do we have Michael in the booth with us?
You
That
have
is-
William Schmidt. I am
Yeah,
currently
William
sitting
Schmidt.
in my pit stall.
You are
Well,
William. That's who I wanted anyway. Sorry, I read
Yeah.
the name that was on the screen in front of me, but you are who we wanted. I promise.
All right.
Why are you?
Hello, Schmitty.
What's going on pit lane here, my guy?
I have used up the fast repair. I got involved in two
Oh.
wrecks that bent my entire rear end, so I'm out of the race and just chilling in the pit stall.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Okay. On my
Now,
screen, your tires are spinning.
Am I?
That's what it looks like.
Don't worry, Joe. Schmitty's just rubbing in my face that he won season 9.
Yeah,
Schmitty-
suck it, Cole.
Schmitty, tell me about what you thought of your participation in this race so far. How do you feel?
Well, I made it about 33 laps. It was fun. You know, I like these ARCA cars, but I don't know. There were just some terrorists out there, man, and somehow I'm the one who was terrorized, yet nobody else was. I don't get it, but
Yep.
that's super speedways for you.
You're the bad guy, Schmitty. That's what it is.
Yeah. I'm
Now, real quick, before we let Schmitty go here, Schmitty, how scared would you have been if I was actually in the race too?
I mean, I know I would have been stuck around you because I can't get away from this guy.
I really can't get away from this guy.
Not even in the booth.
Exactly,
Poor guy.
it was my idea. Anyway, we're going back to green, so Schmitty, thank you for your time. See you whenever I race you next.
Yeah, see you.
I liked his voice. He's got a cool voice. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
him up here into the booth with us sometime.
Yeah, he's very fun to be around. Anyway, we're back to green.
We
Michael
are.
Dyke has broken away from the field, and he is about to be bombarded by the entirety of this pack as they roar off turn 2.
Yep, they're going strong. I turned down the audio.
Oh,
so that
James Gibson! Good Jesus!
Aiden Walker goes way low there, too. Presley Sora. I wanted to say Branscombe, but that's Dean Clavitt in the 43. And up at the front, Isaac Johnson. For the first time in this race, that 33 car is fighting for top positions. Been up and down a little bit so far, but now he's in a fairly good spot, even though we got a lot of race left to go.
A couple seasons ago here in GAVARCA, the Johnson Racing Industries cars, I believe, finished 1, 2, 3. Might have been 1, 2, 4. But Isaac was a part of that trio, and Isaac's a good plate racer. So I think now that we're on the second half of the race, you're definitely going to see that 33 car a lot more. Madeline Roden's up to 4th here. We haven't talked about her much in the last 10 laps. She's got Jacob Boyd Jr. kind of taking a little peekaboo there to the inside. That's just going to pull those two cars back, though, as we're going to see Madeline go backwards now.
Yes, Roten going to go backwards now. The inside line still drafting up past the number 60 machine, that all yellow with the black hood. Up at the front, it's Pat O'Keefe, Isaac Johnson, Michael Deitch, whatever. Jacob Boyd Jr. in the Energizer car, and then John Slascusi in the 18. That's your top 5. And then the 23 of Wayne Kennedy, who has not been a part of this race much at all to this point. Corey Williams and Luis Hernandez, they are working together. Those two have been almost attached at the hip for this race so far. They seem to have a pretty good idea of how to work together. Even though they're going backwards right now, they're loyal, and that might help them at the end of the race.
Yeah, I think their problem right now is they're just not smooth with the pushes. They're letting the 24 kind of get a little wishy-washy, but once they get a good run, excuse me, I've been half sick all day. But anyway, once they get a run going, here comes Nolan Sanford to the top. That's going to help him, Dean Clavitt as well. Not Ben Branscombe. Oh, Nolan, save it. Oh, he saved it. What a good job.
Nice stuff
Hell of a
from
little
Nolan.
man
Yeah,
behind
that could have been worse. That definitely could have been worse. A little bit of
That
damage.
definitely falls back on Nolan being one hell of a wheelman right there. That you don't get away with a save like that many times.
Yeah, Nolan Sanford got up in the wall there. Nice bright glare off of all these cars, but the 52, Nolan Sanford rode the wall through the tri-oval, gets it gathered back up. It's going to stay in line here. Honk if you like horse girls. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, hell.
Oh, my goodness.
Now,
Oh.
Corey Williams is making ground by himself right now. I think the momentum's going to stall out soon, but he did pass about 2 or 3 cars with that.
Do you think?
Gavin's just going to let him in line.
Do you think you could intimidate your way up to the front, kind of like side drafting cars as you go to get back up the goes?
It really depends, because you gotta play the side draft strategic. So if you're in a single file line like this, you can drag somebody back, like the 8 car is doing Madeline Road right now. But I almost think that if you're Presley Sora, if you want to go forward, you need to be side drafting like the 8 car is.
Mm-hmm. Well, it worked for the 8 car for a minute there. And Presley might be trying to do it now, although they've teamed up. So Corey Williams giving Presley Sora a push. Oh! Too much of a push.
Oh, what a save from Presley. And that is why he drives real ARCA cars, folks, and why I don't.
Fair enough. Presley Sora, used to a view like this, we're on the spotter stand, giving you a view of what the spotters would be seeing for these cars to try to help them navigate this whole mess. Presley Sora in the top 5 there on the outside, are starting to try to form up a little bit up top there. But the bottom side with this consistent line of single-file racing has Pat O'Keefe, Isaac Johnson, Michael Deitch, and Jacob Boyd Jr. leading the way, with John Schulczewski and Presley Sora side by side there, 5th and 6th. Just look back at them. That's where the double file starts. And they're not losing or gaining, really, but they're definitely not going to gain when the top 4 work together in the way they are right now, because it looks like, outside of Isaac Johnson having a little bit of an issue being connected to the server, it looks like they're all good.
Yeah, and I think Isaac was both blinking on the racetrack and his dashboard was blinking, because he pulled way high off turn 4 there. I did hear him report about needing to get off the back bumper of the 71. Michael Deitch now going to be the car pushed by Presley Sora. He's actually side drafting, so that could be interesting to see how much progress that outside line makes. I just don't think they have enough coherent energy to make that line work at the moment. O'Keefe thinks they do. They're going to block.
Oh,
and that's going to be a big one.
Uh-oh.
And they're...
Okay. We're still green.
All right, Joe. I don't know how in the hell that just happened, but Isaac Johnson to the lead now.
Honestly,
Johnson Racing Industries number 33 car.
Honestly, Cole, what the hell was that?
I believe that was Michael Deitch being a little too aggressive, and somehow we have a 2-car tandem breaking away. I don't really understand how any of that happened.
I don't understand how Pat O'Keefe didn't crash the entire field right there. That was sideways. Sideways.
Yeah. Now, the thing to watch for here, because you got the 2-car breakaway, Patrick
here they
O'Keefe
come.
and Isaac Johnson, but you got 5 or 6 cars coherently lined up on him that are going to blow past him, being led by Jacob Boyd Jr., John shelves keys with the push to him. Presley Sora somehow behind it. I don't know how anybody that was in that top 4 saved any of that, but
yeah, man, that was nuts.
I think now we might start to see everybody kind of settle down here.
Well, it split up the field too. I mean, we've got a group of. We've got a group of like 8.
I think there's about 8 cars in that front group. And then
about a group of 5. Yep. So this is going to calm things down a teeny bit for the time being, at least that they're a little more spread out. A couple guys further back in the grid that are not.
We actually just had a spin. Ronnie Holmes got turned by Bobby Blazer off of turn 2. He looked to just kind of come across the bumper there and spin him around. No harm, no foul.
Thank you for throwing that at us.
That is going to cost a 57 a lot of time, though. And at a place like this, it really hurts you.
Yeah, but, I mean, are we not... We're going to have a yellow before the end of this. There's no way we're going to get to the end. Yep. There's James Gibson. Gibson running P18 after leading a bunch of laps so far in this race and having a hell of a run through the field. He's already used his fast repair, so if he gets in another one, he will be in trouble. Isaac Johnson up front leading the way has used the fast repair as well. Just got to be mindful of that. And then a couple guys, Pat O'Keefe, Jacob Boyd Jr., they have not used their fast repairs. Presley Sora, Corey Williams, Wayne Kennedy, they have not used their fast repairs, so that could be something to have in the back pocket as we go on and things get a little more hectic here, Cole.
Yeah, really, if you're looking at a group like that second pack with Madeline Roten and all them, what they need to do is not what Aiden Walker's doing right now, which is get on the right side of Madeline, because that's actually going to drag that whole line back and going to put them in a bad spot. Now, granted, we may still get that yellow going forward, but I don't know the likelihood of it unless something just really, for lack of a better term, dumb happens.
Well, I think this group up here, if we get to the end of this race, I mean, if we get within 5 laps to go and nothing happens, this group will do something. Because we got 8 cars who would, at that point in time, be eligible to win this race. And that also excludes the possibility of seeing the 5 cars behind them come up and catch them. Because usually when you have a situation like this, like what we've got with Madeline Roten and Aiden Walker leading this group here, they will probably be a little bit more conservative and work with each other a little bit better to get back up to that front group because they are outside of the possibility of being able to fight right now. They are looking for an opportunity to get up there so that they can have a chance, and all of them are going to be in the same boat, so they're probably going to work together a little bit better. And as you can see, they are actually closing the gap.
Catching.
So yeah, they're
I
mean, they're catching. They're in the draft now. Now they're in the draft. It's over. They've caught up.
And the reason for this is they do have less numbers to work with, but also now that first group has gotten disorganized, and now they're running too wide at the front of it. Here goes Madeline Roten to the outside. Huge run for those cars.
That's a little bit of a Fox Sports move.
That is an absolutely massive run. Now, what are they going to do with it here? They're going to have to check up. Now they go to the middle.
We are moving
Good
around.
Good move by Madeline there. I think Luis Hernandez thought about blocking that, but there are still, 25 laps to go, 35 laps to go, somewhere in that range. I believe it's 25. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's not worth it at this stage. You know you can get the run back. As long as you do not lose that draft, you are fine.
Correct. Yeah, you don't want to lose the draft. And yeah, they caught back up. And now Madeline Roten looking for the lead. Presley Sora and Isaac Johnson lead those 2 lines up front. But Aiden Walker and Madeline Roten, they have been working together for this whole race, and it put them right back up at the front. There you go, the 60 car in front. Isaac Johnson maybe strategically puts himself in between those 2 cars that have been working together this whole time. That kind of takes away their advantage, that since they've been working so loyally with each other, now Isaac Johnson in the middle, he's kind of getting himself stuck in that he's going to get whatever advantage those 2 have.
Yeah, and Isaac right now is just trying to find some friends because he does not have the 2 cars that he has worked with in the past year. Because, I mean, obviously I'm not in the race, and then Justin Knudsen and Michael Deitch way out of shape there off turn 4. I believe that might have been a bad push from Gavin Newton. But Isaac does not have that help he's had in the past, as he's starting to blink a little bit, little internet interference. So he's really just trying to find the help he can right now, because he knows he can push a car to the win. He knows he can win this race. But you're not going to do this without some friends, so you got to find them.
Yep. And if you don't have them already, I mean, you're coming up on 20 laps to go. If you don't have them already figured out a little bit, you're going to be in trouble coming further along. Now, I'm still retaining. I still do think at the very end of this, oh, Gavin, holy cow, slammed the door on Aiden Walker.
Gavin's trying to put on a show for the crowd here, I believe, because there was no reason he should have just pulled the car that low.
Whoa, Daichu, the 82 car moving around a lot there. Right in front of Pat O'Keefe. You know how easily you can spin yourself off the front of that car. Holy cow.
Oh, and he's going to block Gavin now. So, luckily, Gavin has a Ford, so he's going to have a really flat bumper to push with. So we might see Michael Deitch get shot out of a cannon here. Does look like the outside's starting to get formed up, though. Patrick O'Keefe, he is one great pusher from what I've seen just today. I haven't really got to race Patrick outside of, I think, short track racing. But it looks like he's being a really dependable pusher today. Now, Presley's going to block the bottom on Michael Deitch, which means Jacob Boyd will now have to push the 71 car.
Michael Deitch, yep, getting stuck behind Sora, the 41. Nice little push from Jacob Boyd Jr. puts Pat O'Keefe back up at the lead. I haven't been keeping track properly, but I think O'Keefe's probably going to have the most laps led at the end of this. goes to the bottom, trying to block Presley Sora's run. That makes it basically at a full single file line the whole way back, with the exception of Gavin Newton trying to hold on. Presley Sora, high school buddies, they go up together, and the rest of everybody else stays down low.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys and gals in the back of this first group, they're just trying to ride it out, make it to pretty much what is go time, which is about 10 laps to go. So you're probably not going to see many moves out of them. Now, Presley and Gavin, you will see moves out of them because they're aggressive. Now, another thing we might have to worry about is the fuel load on these cars. Truthfully, I do not know the distance that these cars can go on fuel. I would imagine everybody's topped them off to where they can make it to the end. But say we get into the scenario where there's green, white checkers. Do you have enough fuel? Did you pack it enough with gas? Or just in general, do you have the track position to make any moves?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I don't know how far they're going to go on fuel, but we really have a good run going here, and I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if we go the whole way, I don't think they're going to get there. I think we're going to see some we're going to see some pit stops, but maybe that's part of it. Maybe because I think they would have, if they were good to go. I feel like they would have been a little more impatient and tried to make more moves by now. You know what I mean? They're all in line, kind of minding their P's and Q's. Uh-oh. Why did that make that happen here? They're minding their P's and Q's, and that makes me think they might be trying to conserve a little bit. Because this is very uncharacteristic of GAVARCA.
Yeah, it's usually more aggressive, kind of like what Presley Sora's doing right now. You're not seeing the level of aggression we usually see, but I really think that comes down to everybody just trying to survive. A lot of these guys have also lost that fast repair. Mm-hmm. So now you got to save your car. Mm-hmm. And saving...
Oh, here we go.
Yep, we got pit stops. We got Madeline Broughton, Isaac Johnson, Aiden Walker, all down pit lane.
Green flag
pit
stops.
Now the radios are starting to light up with who wants to pit where. Gavin Newton has just asked that entire front group, hey, when are you guys planning on pitting?
Do we have any answers? I mean, I anticipate this is going to bring them all in.
Patrick O'Keefe can only make it to 75. So what Isaac and them have done, they have pitted early to try to pit, because now you got 3 cars in a group. So now it's going to be less congestion, which means they can run faster. Mm-hmm. Oh, Presley Sora has radioed he's pitting, so we should see this group. Yep, we're going to see this entire front group pit right here.
There they go. And everybody behind them. Nope, actually, Dean Clavitt,
and
Jacob
Wayne
Boyd,
Kennedy.
nope, Corey Williams, yep. Dean Clavitt stays out. The rest of them came down the pit lane. Let's see how this goes for the rest of them. Pat O'Keefe. There goes the 41 of Jacob Boyd Jr. into his pit stall. He gets into his marks. Slaskuski and Michael Deach.
Now, I really think
Bobby.
that... Well, we got Jacob Boyd Jr. firing off pit lane already. Now, I really think that this may just play advantage to the cars coming off turn 4 right now. They are a long way back, but they have less cars together, which means less congestion, and they pitted about a lap sooner, so they actually had that time to form up and get up to speed.
Yeah, they're going to get a bunch of them.
Start pitching cars at the back here.
Yep, they're going to get a bunch of them here. Here they go. Now, are they going to get all of them? That's the question. We got the stragglers at the back. Bobby Blazer, Nolan Sanford. They go around the outside of them.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch the blend off turn 2 here.
Yep. Luis Hernandez. Deach has no chance with these guys. Just get in line behind them.
Yeah.
If you can.
Now, I think the momentum's going to stall out for them here. But they could have
they've got help because Sora's on the outside. They've got help with that draft. They're going to get this group. They're going to get Sora, split the middle. They'll go right past these 3. Yep. Oh, Gavin tried to block it a little bit there. He killed their run. He killed their run with that little block right there. He got them to slow down, and this group is now going to stay this way. They're going to catch the 41 car of Jacob Boyd Jr. just because Boyd has no draft help.
Aggressive in the middle. Contact. They all save it.
Oh, vey. A lot of movement out of Aiden Walker right there in the middle. That makes me nervous.
That has completely stalled out this back here. Wayne Kennedy is... Oh, boy. This could be bad.
Yeah, they go
Wayne
around
Kennedy actually blended to be the leader there, but he's going to fall in line at the very tail end of this.
Yep, and this is for the lead now. This cycle has gone through. We should be able to go to the end with this. And Jacob Boyd Jr., Madeline Roten lead the two lines here you see at the front. Yeah, that Dean Clavitt, I'll give him credit for trying something different that didn't quite work out. But, I mean, relative to what he had before, you got to try something different.
Well, I think what hurt Dean there was he did not have Kennedy, and I can't remember who the third car was. He didn't have Kennedy with him on pit lane there. So if those two cars would have been linked up, I really think that would have helped. Now we're really racing aggressive because everybody knows it's crunch time. It's getting to 15 to go. And Isaac Johnson has somehow made his way back to the back bumper of Aiden Walker and Madeline Roten. He kind of got shuffled there as they were getting through the pack, but they are running high, wide, and handsome.
We've got 5 on the outside. We've got 3 on the inside. 15 laps to go at the stripe. It is still Madeline Roten leading the way with Aiden Walker pushing behind. Those two have been working together since the drop of the green flag. Isaac Johnson in third. Kind of jumped in line with them, mooching off of them. Presley Sora's up there as well. I wouldn't count Sora out of this one until the checker flag drops either. The black and blue 67 car is not going to be one to forget about. Down the back chute, the 18 car on the inside. Gavin Newton in there behind him as well. John?
A lot of movement going between these two lines, so I'm getting a little nervous for him.
John could win this race, Cole. He's got a good car. He's been doing very well with this run through so far.
Yeah, I think honestly, John hosting his own restrictor plate league, it's really helped him. Gavin Newton has he was radioed that his engine's running hot, so he's going to drop back. Let Wayne Kennedy push the 18 of John keys that were unfortunately left by the sea. Now, that has really shuffled this back, because Presley actually just shuffled that Isaac Johnson. And they're 3 wide between the Toyotas back there, so that's not going to help the momentum. Gavin Newton now up to the back bumper of Isaac Johnson. There's going to be a little bit of a stack there. But the front 4, well, now it's the front 2, because Presley Sora pulled out of line, had pretty much gone to single file, and this whole group's getting to single file. But now Gavin Newton, is helping his good buddy out. And that is the 71 of Patrick O'Keefe, making it tight up the middle.
The 10th place car of Nolan Sanford has a 6-car train that is very patiently and methodically making up the time to get back into this group. They have about 2 seconds in between themselves and this crew of 9 that have been making a race out of the front end. Presley Sora's got to be careful here. Might lose this.
Jacob Boyd. John had a bit of a bad push to Jacob Boyd there, and it almost hurt him sideways.
Jacob Boyd.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
These guys definitely got to be smart to not be too aggressive. You want to be aggressive coming down to the end of this, but you cannot be too aggressive because you will allow that second group of 6 cars to catch you.
Yeah.
Then you're going to have a 16-car group, and
then we're going to have a yellow.
Well, that and the chance to control your own destiny is pretty much out the window at that point.
Yeah. Once you get the whole crew together, it's like that. It's going to cause an incident, and it's definitely going to be a mess. Right now, Madeline Roten, really the only one safe at the moment, just for being up at the front of the group. Anything can happen behind. I think, Aiden Walker is going to be smart. They've been working together this whole time, literally. I'm surprised, because the gap's about 1.3 seconds. We're pretty much to the point where the draft is there, and it is. Nolan Sanford led that group of 6 on the bottom side. You'll see that he is not bringing them up. So they have a chance at a bit more of a draft off the top line, but they stayed low, and now they're just in. So now we're coming up on 10 to go, and they are just all a part of this.
I'm curious to see where they go with the momentum of this, because I don't know.
Holy mackerel, Dean Clavitt got a huge run into turn 1.
Yeah, and I don't know if I agree with Nolan's decision to tuck in line there, because I think honestly, yeah, the numbers you could have made of an aggressive move, kind of like Dean Clavitt's doing here. The run's going to stall out, though, because Gavin Newton and Patrick O'Keefe blocked it, but then Dean decided, hey, I'm going to go 3 wide.
Do you think they're hitting go time here, Cole? Do you think this is where everybody starts making those aggressive moves?
Oh, yeah, they're seeing 10 on the board, and it's foot to the floor. Like, we are set to go here. And and it's getting very intense very quickly. We got 3 wide. That's Wayne Kennedy, Presley Sora, Dean Clavitt, and we're within 10 to go now. So, Graham, I'll put your teeth in the pocketbook. It's going to get bumpy.
ASAP for Madeline Roten leads the outside line. Jacob Boyd Jr. on the inside line. Pat O'Keefe there in behind. Those cars have the same font on their numbers. I can only imagine that means they're teammates. Here you go, 2x2 down the back straightaway. A little bit of movement out of both lines there. 10 to go on the board. Roten getting a push from Aiden Walker, but not staying completely stable. Isaac Johnson still just lurking in behind there. Cole, you raced with Isaac Johnson a fair amount, a reasonable quantity.
Too much.
Is this characteristic of Isaac Johnson to kind of lurk for a little while and then get down to go time once it gets down into the single digits?
Well, it really depends on who he's around, because if it's people he's not like that close with, he'll probably bide his time. If it's me, he'll just door the shit out of me and just go about his day. But he's just kind of waiting in the wings here, not being too aggressive. I think that's a smart play right now. Now, you did mention Jacob Boyd and Patrick O'Keefe being teammates. I don't think they are, because they're running the same number font as me. So everybody loves the Tricon number font.
That's fair. That's fair. It's a good font.
Now, just for an update in the back of the field, Ronald Swikey and Ronnie Holmes have decided they're going to pit, so they could actually lose a lap here. The field's going to be coming up on James D. Gibson very shortly, so it's interesting to maybe think of what the thought process is going to be there, because James, we know, is aggressive, and I don't think he's just going to pull over for the field, regardless of how many laps he's lost.
He's going to upset a lot of people if he doesn't respect this group that's coming up on him. There are 19 cars left on the racetrack, down to Mo Perry, who is 27 laps down, but in 19th position now, has passed everybody who has retired from this race. We started with 25, we started with 24, and then we added one. We're down to 19 from the 25 that at some point or another did start driving on this racetrack. Coming to 7 laps to go, Madeline Roten leading the way, has led a lot of laps. Aiden Walker behind Madeline has not led, I think, any laps, maybe 1 or 2.
I'm liking the aggression out of Dean Clavitt here. Isaac Johnson thinking about blocking the run. Gonna run out of time to think about it. Dean Clavitt, that actually broke the momentum of Clavitt and Sora, so he's gonna just pull even with the 33. Now he's gonna use the side draft to try to pull even and actually pull ahead. But 2 cars in the middle lane, I don't think you're gonna get far, but here comes a lot more help.
Do you think that if Dean Clavitt gets in front of Johnson, Johnson should jump in with the 43 car, or do you think he's better off staying with the 2 that are leading?
It's hard to judge, because the way these runs are coming and going, I think it's honestly better to stay in line for now. But once we get to 2 laps to go, you got to take whatever you can find, whatever you can block. James is going to stay to the bottom here. Good job on James D. Gibson there. Typically, I know how James usually is. He would have blocked that. Mm-hmm. But good on James for letting these guys race. Now, as for Isaac, I just don't know, because I think you need to start making the moves to position yourself down. You can't wait till 2 to go to make the move.
No. I think I'd back out of this right now. I don't think I'd want to be a part of this anymore. We're going to be hitting 5 laps to go. They're going to wreck. Look at this. I mean, look at Chilcheski.
Oh, my Lord.
Back of the group got screwed.
John might have just been wanting to get out of that.
See, he was listening to me. John
Presley Sora way sideways. Gavin Newton also sideways. That's going to break up the momentum. Isaac Johnson, now's the time to pull out and make the move, buddy.
Damn. 5 laps to go. Roten still leading. Aiden Walker still second. Aiden Walker's been absolutely tailing that 60 car. They've worked together the whole time. Whoa, we lost him. Oh,
Gavin,
there he goes.
Gavin, there's a big one.
There we go.
8 car up in the air. Looks like Dean Clavitt's involved. Gavin Newton obviously involved. Presley Sora, looks like he got sideways. The 8 car, Corey Williams, was up in the air. But that car looks relatively clean, actually.
We'll get a replay back here. Damn. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, that's going to set us up for, I believe, a green-white checkered, too. So.
Yeah. So let's jump with Gavin first. So he's getting a push from Presley Sora in the middle of the corner. And it's just going to be a wonky tap in the middle. And Newton, He hits that double yellow line, loses the tail, just can't get it back together. Foley goes up. Dean Clavitt, Nolan Sanford get contact. Corey Williams gets kind of dove under and bulldozed by Presley Sora, and the rest of these guys are just getting into contact more and more. Dean Clavitt had some contact. Luis Hernandez, I think, was in the wall a bit there. Shulcheski's got some significant damage to the wheel. Corey Williams was up in the air.
He was right up under the 8 car there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly, Gavin had that saved, and then the car just finally snapped back on him, and that took out a lot of people. Nolan Sanford, he got put against the wall, but I think honestly his car might be okay. Joe, if you have TV1, that's a hell of a shot.
Yeah, we can go back and check out that crash from TV1. One more. Come on. There it is. Yep, that's Gavin. And then there's Corey Williams in the air. It's like Dale Earnhardt with the air, like he can see it. And the rest of them just sliding all over the place. There's
the problem is that's the air you don't want to be seeing.
Well, when you can't see anything but air, that's a problem, right? Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is interesting. 4 laps to go. Who pits? The answer, Patrick O'Keefe.
Yeah, that's the only car that was not involved in that wreck there that I think pitted.
I can hear people clutch and coasting on the front stretch.
Yeah, that is a big concern. How much fuel do you have? Because really, it looks like you're just gonna need it for. Trying to guess, maybe 1 extra lap, because I think we're gonna go green next time, or not next time. I think we're gonna go 1 to green next time. Mm-hmm. So that will put us on lap 79. Now, granted, the race is still gonna be a green-white checkered, but you just got to go to the end of 81. So hopefully some of these guys filled up their cars. Wayne Kennedy's on the apron actually trying to save fuel.
Should we talk to our leader?
I think we should.
Let's bring Madeline up and see if we can talk. Oh, we've got an intro. That went crazy.
Amazing.
Madeline Roden, you are leading. You have been leading the whole time. Aiden Walker. Talk about Aiden Walker.
Aiden Walker is a fantastic teammate. That number 93 car has been nothing but a great coach behind me, and we've been working together really well and coordinating, and I'm just really happy to have him with me in this race.
Tell me about how these two cars are working together. Interesting to me that you two have been working together so much. You're running a Toyota, Aiden's running a Chevrolet. Is that strategic or?
So, no, here's the thing. We're both same team. We're both core Civic Organization Racing. We weren't able to afford a new Toyota nose for the 93 after preseason testing, so we had to make do with what we had.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So
not a lot of money in this organization, but we were able to rent some good motors for today. Some JRI Johnson Hauser with Isaac Johnson at a 33 team. So we got a little bit of got some help today, which is helping us out up here.
Did Isaac Johnson jump on board with y'all, or do you think that, or was that planned?
It was kind of it wasn't really planned. No, it's all just falling together really well. But we were able to chat with each other and figure out what we're doing, and we're hoping to park at least one of us 3 in victory lane today.
Yeah, and tell me just last question. Well, you know what, Cole, go ahead. I talk a lot.
Well, it's more I need you to send a message to the 33. Please tell Isaac Johnson that if he does not win in that car, I'm taking it back, and he's never going to get to run my chassis again.
I'll make sure to forward that along, yeah.
How do you get, Madeline, just the last question here before you go back to green, how do you get through this? You're going to be coming back with 2 laps around. Your 3 cars, we'll assume Isaac into this. You got 3 cars, front 2 cars and 1 behind you, but there's a shit ton of cars behind you even further.
Yeah, it's a bit of a. We were hoping this thing would make it to green to the end, but yeah, it never happens in plate racing, But I think we're just gonna try to pull this all together, hold a pretty wheel, and try to coordinate through to the end, and hope the chaos misses us.
That's fair, absolutely fair. I'm gonna throw you back to your team. You got to get ready for a restart. Good luck the rest of the way.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much.
That was Madeline Roden. Sensational. I think I put Madeline back in the right chat. I did. Good job. Joe, you are so good at things. That's great. All right.
I will admit, this 93 car has been making me think it's a Reese's car the entire time.
Okay, I see it. Fair enough. I don't really have anything else to say about that. Fair enough.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna go back to
man,
green.
we're going
Hey, hey, man. We're gonna go back to green. Do you think we're gonna get to the finish off of this first attempt at a green white checker?
I highly doubt it.
I also highly doubt it. We've got Shulcheski still on the pit lane. We've got 18 cars on the track. Green flag comes back out. Let's get after it.
Now, they planned this perfectly. Madeline was supposed to get ahead of the 93. Isaac let Aiden in line. That was probably a deal that was made to try to get ahead of this field before the white flag. Now, I don't think that the wreck comes from this top three. I think it's going to come from the aggressive pushing behind them they're already getting against the wall. Bobby Blazer makes an aggressive move down to the bottom. Michael Deitch around in the back. Don't think that's going to be a caution because it's a single car. It was with contact, but I think it has to be 2 or more for a caution. So we're heading off into turn 3. We're looking good right now, but that's we're far from home, Joseph.
We are very far from home, but
no, there it is.
Oh no, Bobby Blazer in a huge crash there. Going to bring the yellow out. Should be James Gibson involved in that one. Oh my jeez. Oh man.
The best car of the day. Patrick O'Keefe involved.
Well,
Bobby Blazer is skewed out there coming through the tri-oval.
and who did Bobby hit there? Oh, poor guy. That's so Bobby Blazer of him. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, Pat O'Keefe comes down pit lane. Tough. Let's get a replay back.
Yeah, he went down to try to side draft the 24. Dean Clavitt was running about quarter of a lane higher and just hooked Bobby. And it shot the car up into James D. Gibson. Poor James D. Gibson. Nowhere to go. He got sent to Daytona, USA for no reason at all.
Yeah, flipping the... Yeah, there's the 71 car. I'm going to hit this replay back one more time. We're going to get the whole view of the whole thing from the spotter stand. So Bobby moved down. Clavitt was already there. And then Luis Hernandez just got sucked in, brought him up, hit James Gibson. Corey Williams gives back the favor of getting up onto the back underside of a car and getting it airborne. And then Gibson's coming across the racetrack out of control. Hits Pat O'Keefe, who's just trying to stay away from the carnage. Unfortunately, the 71 gets a nice door slam and loses the front nose off the wall. Gibson hard in the wall. Gibson actually took that car behind the wall to the garage, so we're done with the 75 car for this one. And Bobby Blazer, we'll get back to live with Bobby. Here they come into the pits. Blazer has already used his fast repair by the looks of it, so he's going to have to sit still. And the 50...
He may be out of the race with the damage.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. He might just get parked.
Now, Nolan Sanford, a car that has hit everything but the hot dog stand today, I think, has come in for another pit stop. He's got some rear end damage. Michael Deitch, this is actually the biggest beneficiary of this caution is Michael Deitch, because he got spun out on the first lap of that restart.
Yep.
Or, well, he got spun out off of turn 2 of the restart. So this is going to put him right back into the fight. Now he's got about 3 or 4 less cars to deal with.
Absolutely. And he's going to get fresh tires, I assume. At least, maybe not. I mean, maybe if you wanted to, you could.
Let's see. I don't know how many tire sets they got. Oh, they got unlimited. Okay, so yeah, he probably did take some tires, just to make sure the handling was going to be all right for the end there. You definitely want a car that's going to maneuver here.
Yep.
Should we pull another one of our front runners in here, Joseph?
Which one would we like to take in?
I would like to talk to Isaac Johnson.
All right, let's bring the tolerator, as he's called in this chat, up into the booth quick because we've got some time. And I'll actually, you know what? Why don't you do this, Cole Freilich? God bless you, Isaac Johnson. You're about to get screwed.
Isaac Johnson.
Oh, no.
Buddy boy, pal, you are driving probably the best car in this field right now. It is a JRI chassis that I have won this Daytona race with. You better not screw it up, buddy.
I'm kind of playing rear gunner right now, to be completely honest, but I have made it very clear, once we take the white flag, it's that's it for me playing ball with these two up here. You know,
Well,
they got my engine packages, my spare engines out of your car that you were
yeah,
not running.
yeah, we brought the car. Just the driver, unfortunately, was too busy finishing ninth at Chicagoland.
But I'm gonna be smart with how I want to be selfish. You know, I'm not gonna wreck these two. I'm not gonna sacrifice a potential P3 right here. But I gotta be smart. You know, we still got a few good cars. We got Presley and Gavin Newton in a modified back there, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely tore his car all the crap.
But
So
to be completely honest, I did not think this strat Aiden came up with was gonna work. But we're just kind of arrow griefing the right rear quarters off the outside line, and it's working. They can't get by us.
yeah, now hypothetically, Isaac, this is gonna be our final question before we let you go. If Presley Sora tries to make it 3 wide, you're blocking that, right?
I don't. It depends on how he makes it 3 wide. You know, it's if he's trying to sandwich me into the middle and force me off the top line, I'm sitting there on the wall, and he ain't gonna really do a whole lot. If he wants to go into the middle, I'll just park it on his door and side draft him back, and he'll get caught in the sucker hole. So,
All right.
again,
Well,
just the wall is life. It's like a dirt car.
yeah. Me and Joseph definitely know about running the wall.
My
we
name's
definitely fancy
Joseph.
ripping the lip. But Isaac, we're gonna let you go here. Remember, buddy, don't hesitate. Bring the car home. Go win it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that was Isaac Johnson. Cole Freilich didn't berate him too bad. We're going to come back and try for a second time and see if we can get through a green-white checker. Bobby Blazer was released from the pit lane. He will just try to ride this thing out to get points, I guess, even though he'll probably
Thing is
stop.
skewed.
He'll probably stop showing up after 3 races, but he's going to run it out for points here, and who knows what could happen at the line. Madeline Roten and Aiden Walker are side by side again. I'm sure this is going to be a strategic placement for the restart. Yep, Isaac Johnson will behave as well. Green flag.
Now, I don't know if I like it this time. It did work the first time, but eventually the field's going to catch on to this. The outside line, I just don't think is going to get going. Yeah, Wayne Kennedy just hung him out. So that entire outside line is backing up now. Now you see Isaac's... Oh, boy, Presley Sora made it 3 wide. He didn't choose to. They're 4 wide. What are we doing?
What the hell was Wayne Kennedy doing? That was a mess.
Wide back out now, buddy. It's 2 to go. Hit the gas.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that's about at all.
Presley Sora to the bottom.
Sora's trying to move here. Gavin Newton goes with him.
Gavin has no bumper for you, right?
Gavin does. Dean Clavitt had a little run with Corey Williams there. Coming to the white flag. Are we going to get to the line? Or there it is.
We are going to make... Yeah,
no bumper.
It is official now. The flag is out. White flag, 1 lap to go. And it's a 4-car breakaway. Luis Hernandez blocks Presley Sora. That's going to be tight.
Sheesh.
Now, what can Madeline and Aiden do to block this run here?
You got to watch Hernandez here. Is it going to be... Whoa, look out. Gavin Newton goes down. Oh, my
Everybody's
goodness.
in the fence back there.
I
so
can't believe he did that. He saved that bitch.
That is completely disconnected the momentum of the inside line
Yes.
here. The outside.
Oh, Lord. Luis Hernandez goes. The top
Well, if
side.
Isaac wants to make a move, he needs to go. There he goes. Isaac Johnson to the bottom of the racetrack. Jacob Boyd to help. It's going to be a drag race to the line here, Joe.
Oh, Isaac Johnson on the inside has the help from the 41 car. Oh, no. Oh, look out. They're all over the place. And to the line.
I think Madeline Roten just got it.
Madeline did. Yep. That whole mess.
Madeline Roten.
That whole mess and the one car that kept enough momentum. I mean, as soon as Johnson moved down and the wiggling started happening with all of them, like Walker was behind, didn't have the run, and Johnson just slid too much. And that was Madeline Roten. And that was all Madeline Roten for the whole way. Aiden Walker will come home second. Isaac Johnson will come home third. So they are going to take that top 3.
The results are not fully official yet. Gavin just said the finish will be reviewed. I don't know what they're going to review.
I don't know what they're going to do. Well, let's go ahead and review it ourselves as the crew of them come down the back chute. All right, so we're going to come back. I can't believe how sideways these cars get without spinning out. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they have so much spoiler, like crazy. Anyway, all right. So here's
All
the
right,
run.
finish is good officially by Gavin Newton.
All right. So Isaac Johnson.
Dude,
Isaac
we're gonna
Johnson.
call him the professor.
Oh, Lord. Isaac Johnson on the inside gets some help from Jacob Boyd Jr. Roten is getting help from Walker, and then just a little bit of a cockeyed push from the 41 car. I don't know how Isaac Johnson kept it straight, but it screwed up Aiden Walker, and it didn't mess with the 60 car enough. Oh, my goodness.
I really thought it was going to cut Madeline's momentum entirely. Aiden Walker actually gained momentum there because what he did was he got on the right rear corner of Madeline, and it drug her back but pulled him forward. And luckily enough for him, Isaac was so out of shape that their momentum was completely cut. So we had 4 wide, 2 cars under the yellow line, 1 in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's going to lead to a finish that is within 5/1000ths of a second, which honestly, like that's kind of the thing that's been overshadowed here is how close that finish actually was.
I'm showing 5/1000ths of a second on mine. That's
Did
crazy.
I say 5/10,000? I meant 5/1000. But
That's crazy.
yeah, Madeline Roden getting her first win, I believe, too.
I just don't like when Isaac wiggled. To me, I processed that it was over. It was going to be Madeline Roten at that point. Like that little wiggle, because Walker wasn't going to get around it. And then, yeah, I just that to me is what I saw that as the moment for Roten to get the lead and get the win, and Madeline Roten did. So I think give it a quick second here to get all of the congratulations from the team, and now get that car pushed back to victory lane.
Mo Perry just needs to park it. He is celebrating like he's done something. But, brother in Christ, you are 27 laps down. Park it!
Well, Madeline Roten put a small team that could up into the victory circle. And we're going to go ahead and bring the driver who wins here in the race we've had tonight. Where are we going here? And we can bring the winner up into the booth with us. And the introduction goes wild, and the crowd goes wild, and Madeline Roten, you've won at Daytona.
Yeah, this is kind of blown away. It's my first ever league win, fun fact, in any league.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Always been the bridesmaid, always been the, always had great runs, top 5s, top 10s, but never been able to get it done until today.
That's crazy because I've seen you race in the past, like when I was doing Pit Stop TV broadcasts or seeing you do Save the Freedom 100 stuff. I mean, you are always a heavy-hitting competitor in the races you run. That is a wild statement to hear this is your first league race.
I was like
win.
Sheldon Creed.
We'll call it that. Tell me about coming to the line there, though. Like the wiggle out of Isaac Johnson on the inside, Aiden Walker coming up on you. Like, what did that feel like to you? What did you experience coming back to
I
it?
need to I'm backing it up really quick on my replay so I can watch that. I knew Isaac had said that there was going to come a point where it was going to become every man for himself. So I knew as soon as he dropped low that a big help was going to be gone. So I tried to get it, tried to get as close as I could to get some side drafts. Then he got the wiggle. I got a little loose. Thankfully, Aiden Walker was able to back out a little bit, or else I think I would have been going firewall deep coming to the line instead of taking the checkers. So just really happy with that. And it was stressful. I was like pushing it on fuel. We estimated for 2 overtimes and not a third, so I guess the gamble worked out. Just really happy with all the help from people today. Aiden Walker, again, shout out to him, excellent teammate. And just, really happy to finally get it done, parking in victory lane. These COR cars are pretty good.
Absolutely. And are you going to be running the full season to try to keep this momentum going for a championship run?
Well, initially we had talked about not having the funding to do it, so we'd be running Gen 4s. But, after getting a 1-2, we might have the ability to take it the whole season.
Well,
get some better wraps on these cars and everything.
I hope y'all can get a new front end for that 93 car and maybe have enough money to bring out some good stuff for the rest of the races this season.
Yeah.
Madeline, who do you have to thank and shout out here on the broadcast for putting yourself in victory lane at Daytona?
Well, again, got to repeat 2 people that helped me the most. Shout out to Aiden Walker in the 93 and definitely Isaac Johnson in the Slipstream, Johnson Hauser Racing 33. Got to definitely give a thanks to my sponsors, Tomas Sport Tuning, Arcanu Central on Twitter, One Hell of a Town, Cogdill Car Company, just a whole bunch of great partners hopping on board for this, and just really, really, it's a great day. It's a great day.
It is a great day. It was a team effort to get you to the line up front, but congratulations again on that win, taking the championship lead to start things off, and having fun with friends. That's what it's all about.
Dang right.
Dang right. Awesome. Well, that is your winner here tonight, Cole Freilich. What time is it, Cole Freilich? Is it midnight yet? It's 11:15.
It's 11:15.
For me, it's 10:15 for you.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm going to bring up the final results here on the screen. Madeline Roten going to be the winner over Aiden Walker. Those two were teammates the whole way through this race and worked together to get their 1-2. Isaac Johnson jumped on board as well. The 33 car completes a trio for the podium of team working cars. Presley Sora goes 4th place at the end of it. Corey Williams ends up with a top 5, highest finishing of those rookie drivers that we haven't seen before here with this series. Jacob Boyd Jr. probably could have had a little more out of this one, but just a little bit of a cockeyed push on the 33 car, ends up 6th place, not too bad. Anyway, Pat O'Keefe had a fantastic race car, comes home 7th, not very representative of how good that car truly was. Dean Clavitt, 8th, didn't show his stuff until the end of the race, solid. Michael Deitch in the 82 car comes home 9th. Ronald Swyke did not do anything in this race, ends up in the top 10. Nolan Sanford, 11th. Gavin Newton, 12th. Luis Hernandez, 13th. Wayne Kennedy, 14th. Bobby Blazer, 15th, the last car on the lead lap with all that damage from the caution that brought us into the green-white checkered stages. Ronnie Holmes, 2 laps down in 16th. John Shulcheski did not finish the race. James Gibson did not finish the race. Mo Perry did, but didn't start with everybody else, so Mo Perry ends up 19th, 27 laps down. Virgil Stanley in 20th, Chris Williams in 21st, Nathan Scott 22nd, Calix Weitzel 23rd, 24th for William Schmidt, 25th for Ryan Roulette. None of them got to the checkered flag tonight. And that is the wrap-up of the first race of the PresleySora.com GAVARCA Series here on the Gavin Carr Twitch. Cole Freilich, join me in the booth. Cole, your final thoughts on Daytona tonight.
I think everybody's going to be happy that we're past Daytona and getting kind of down into the nitty-gritty. I know we got Oxford Plains, the dirt race, and everything coming up soon. So a lot of drivers are going to be excited to get into all of that. Truthfully, I don't even know where we go next week. But more than likely, I'll be in the booth with you again for that.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's look up where we go next.
Next race we come out is going to be at the Lime Rock Road Course, and then we're going to Oxford that same night. So it's going to be a double header next week. We're on road course racing to start it, and then we're running up to Maine, and that will be broadcasted here live on the Gavin Carr Twitch. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to get that notification and come back with us next time. It's a little late, so it's probably time to go to bed. So we are going to hit it for the night. Cole Freilich alongside Joe Donahue here with GAVARCA. Thank you for watching. We've got Lime Rock and Oxford coming to you next time. July 16th, be back here on the channel. Stay safe in the meantime. Race cars. Take it easy, everybody.